here is one of the first things that came in, and I think I talked about this in the last video. I found these online from a company that makes reproduction weather stripping or seals, weather seals. These are for the doors, and they come with the clips already, which is really nice. And they're new, and they were actually really affordable. I think both sets were around 80 bucks. So yeah, this is brand new now. That'll look really nice on the doors. This company is called Metro. I don't know, Super Soft or something like that. Again, I ordered them off of eBay, so you can, if you're looking to get new weather stripping for your cars, for your Civics, these guys make them, and they ship them out pretty quick too, because I ordered them and then they came in like 2 or 3 days later. So yeah, I'm gonna put those on tomorrow. Today is Saturday, so tomorrow I have the day off. I'm gonna work on the engine tomorrow, since I don't have a lot to do on the body except for this. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can put the engine together a little bit more and go from there. Alright, so yesterday, just started working on the engine a little bit. Got a couple of bolts on. These ones here are a little bit harder to reach because you can't get the Allen wrench, like if it's straight. See, they got the one that has that kind of like a ball on the end, so you can put it at an angle. To get these ones here, and that one, I kind of tightened up these ones, but you know, I'm gonna probably have to take it off anyways. But just to kind of see how it looks, I ended up putting on the Skunk 2 VTEC solenoid housing. Got the K-tuned water neck on there. When I was painting it and getting it all masked off and stuff like that, yeah, I really didn't like the way these guys look, the sensors here, like the temperature sensor and stuff like that. So I went ahead and just ordered them new. They're like 12 bucks each, so I just ordered them new. This guy here, I'm thinking, if I don't need it, I'm going to see if I could get some sort of a block off, to, just block it off and plug it up right there, because this is just really nasty. It's, kind of rusted up and stuff like that. And back here, I also ordered these sensors, because they're kind of worn out, and ended up putting in the bungs for the breathers, that go up to the breather can, here. And then I have to put a block off here. It came with this one, but you see how loose it is? And I'm going to go to the hardware store. Now, it has some O-rings on there already, but you can see they're kind of, they're even. They don't stick up above the lip to seal. So I'm going to go to the hardware store. Maybe I could find some O-rings that are a little bit thicker, and then hopefully that'll kind of fix that problem. Another thing I did was I finally ended up taking off the cam gears, painted behind here, got that all cleaned up, and this finally found somebody to weld this for me. Way back a few videos back, I had got this new valve cover, and it was I had a couple of, I had shaved off this part right here, and a couple of things here, and I had him fill them in. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand them flat today, right down here as well, and then finish cleaning up inside here and go ahead and paint it. That way that's ready. And this was kind of like one of the last things I needed to paint, with the paint that I had left. But yeah, the engine is starting to come together now, and I wasn't able to get the spoon calipers yet, which was a bummer. Most of the guys that I was looking at as far as buying them, they run about $1,300 each, or not each, but for the set. And everybody was, pretty much getting sold out of them. Everybody, I guess, was getting their stimulus checks and spending it on spoon calipers. But yeah, I'll just have to wait on those, I guess. If not, I have my heart set on the spoon calipers, but I guess if I had to, I could go with the Willwoods or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, we'll hold off. But yeah, this is what I did a little bit yesterday, and I just got to clean up a little bit more in some areas, and then I can put on the Gretty timing belt. And I gotta clean up a couple of other things, which reminds me I gotta take them with me today and get them all cleaned up. So I'll go ahead and do that, as well as paint this valve cover. Alright, so this valve cover is done. I'm just letting it dry a little bit more before I pull it inside. I used the Fast Cure epoxy, the Fast Cure hardener on the clear coat. So it'll probably take a couple hours for it to fully cure. The only part that I see is this little divot right here. But I think you won't be able to see it because once the hoses that run off to the breather can or the catch can, they screw in right here, a 90 comes out, and then it runs along this area, so that's going to get hidden anyways. So yeah, so this was the last part that needed to be painted, and came out pretty nice. It's all shaved and cleaned up. So maybe this weekend I'll go ahead and install this with some other things that I got, and then the engine will be getting closer to be putting in the engine bay. I did order a couple of little things that'll hopefully be in the next week or so, before this weekend. But yeah, this is done. Looks really nice. Came out really, really, really nice, I think. Alright, so I went to the hardware store and I picked up a couple of larger O-rings for the plug, and oh, there it is. I put it in. I'm not sure if it's going to seal or not. We'll see. If not, that's what they make RTV for, right? Just kidding. No. And then there's this guy here. This was the outlet that went up to the valve, the PCV valve, I believe, that's connected up to the intake manifold. And I watched a couple of videos, and the guy said just use a 1/8 inch Allen head set screw, and I went and I checked the threads, and they're not at all the same. So I was thinking maybe he just meant you just shove it in there and just, strip the threads and all that. So no, I found an actual bolt that had the M10 by 1, thread pitch, and I cut it, and then I put a slot in it, and then put it in there, and that worked. It kind of sticks out a little bit, but the intake manifold goes up against it, so you won't be able to see it once it's once the manifold is on. And of course, you saw today I painted the valve cover. This is the old valve cover. I did kind of put on the Greddy timing belt. I still need the tensioner on. And I went to the post office today, and it said that I had a couple of packages in. Now these I had ordered. Now if you remember a while back, I had taken my radiator to get the bungs welded on. Right there. Because I was going to use AN fittings, the 16 AN or dash 16 AN fittings on this tucked radiator. And the guy was going to charge me an outrageous amount of money just to weld on those two things. And actually, he didn't want to weld on the ones that were on here, because he said that he wouldn't guarantee the work because they usually break or something like that. So, for some reason, thanks to Facebook's off Facebook algorithm, they sent me this advertisement for this company called Autoplum. Now, they make an attachment, in case you're ever doing something like this, where you don't, if you can see the picture right there, you don't have to weld on a bung in order to use this dash 16 AN fitting. Now, I haven't really looked into, you're supposed to watch a video or something like that on how to install these, but basically it's kind of like a compression fitting that goes on that outlet and inlet port on the radiator, and this rubber bushing kind of seals around that area, and this kind of unscrews, and I'm thinking that's how it kind of compresses on there. So yeah, I gotta watch the video, and it comes with other stuff. It comes with this, and it says you gotta use silicone or RTV sealant on the threads or something like that. But like I said, I gotta watch the video. Also, got in these 45 degree dash 16 AN fittings that will go right here. And I have the black braided hose coming in. Should be here hopefully in the next couple of days. so I can make the hoses. And basically that goes on there, tightens on, with the hose coming out through there, goes out to the radiator. And there's another one for the other side, or the the receiving end, or there's the upper portion of the radiator right here, and then there's the lower portion where the other one goes to. So I have two. I might actually have to order another 45 for that lower one, and I got a straight connection that goes to this one. So I'm probably going to order another 45 that goes to this, because I got two 45s, and I think one 45, of course, goes right here, of course, and then the other 45 goes on the other side. But because this hose kind of goes down and bends up to the radiator right there, I need a 45-degree bend down at the bottom that goes up to the other part of the connection. So tomorrow, I guess, I'm pretty much done today. I didn't have a lot to do today. I still gotta, when I was painting it, I saw that there was some crud still kind of built up there, so I'm gonna have to go and get a couple of cans of the disc brake cleaner, and then spray it in there, and use a brush and clean out, and then spray it again. And then hopefully tomorrow I can actually, they should be dry enough for me to bolt on the valve cover. I did get a couple new, actually I can't bolt on the valve cover because I'm waiting for the gasket kit that I ordered. I should have ordered that a long time ago, but I ordered a new gasket kit for the valve cover, and so that should be in the next week. But I did order a new set of hold down bolts for the valve cover. They're machined aluminum, and I can't remember who makes them, but of course you'll probably see it later on. So yeah, here's this. I think with that orange valve cover and all the other components put on, this engine's going to look pretty good. I'm still on the boat, or on the fence actually, if I'm going to paint the distributor, the housing, because you can get it. I mean, it's right now it's just a regular kind of aluminum like this right here, which would look good with this part, but the block I painted black. So I mean, let me know what you think, if I should keep it aluminum or black. And I gotta go get a new oil filter just to clean that up so nothing gets in there. And like I said, I have all these sensors coming in, so those will be new. But the engine's coming along. I'm going to order a new clutch. This flywheel is actually really, it's new. But since it was parked for so long, there's a lot of surface rust, so I'm going to have to kind of Scotch-Brite it or whatever, sand it, and take off that surface rust before I put the new clutch on. But other than that, it seems pretty good.